Oh man, today feels good. Today's a good day. And the reason why is simple. We're car shopping again and it feels good. It's been a while. I mean, we had to adjust everything that we were doing simply because I went on a tangent where I had to set up all of my other businesses. I wanted to leave this alone. I didn't want to half-ass anything. And especially because I was not spending any time at home. I'm not buying cars just to buy a car to say that I own a car. I truly fucking adore cars with every inch of my body. If I'm gonna buy a car, I want to make sure that I enjoy it and not let what happened in the past to me affect me whatsoever in my decision, which is having 15 cars at the same time. You can't just drive and enjoy one car. And right now, the cars that I have, I'm enjoying them a lot, and I want to have that staple supercar in my garage, or hypercar, if you will. What's going on with the Senna? A lot of you guys are probably asking, and the reality of this is simple. I was about to buy a 720 while I was waiting for the right Senna to drop, because there's a couple cars at $200,000, 720s, which is to me so much value. And I was gonna do a body kit, and I was gonna do all this crazy shit, even looking into buying the N-Largo Novitec car, because it looks really cool, and the 720 is one of my favorite cars of all time, period. And the day that I decided, that's it, I'm gonna buy one, I'm gonna do this, I told my wife, I started looking for parts, I started looking for cars, and I finally got everything down. I told my wife, this is the car I'm buying right now while we get a Senna for the right price and while I wait. And she goes, Alejandro, if you wanna buy that, please have at it, enjoy it. 5 minutes after that, a car in Chile burned down. And you can make this shit up, like a 720S burned down. And of course we got tagged, my wife gets tagged, and I remember just being in my room like, oh my God, please don't let Belen see this. As she walks in and she goes, did you see what happened to that McLaren? And I go, yeah. And damn it, she goes, I think it's the universe telling you that you should not buy a McLaren, at least for now. And I think she's fucking right. I'm not gonna mess with bad juju. This is what I'm not gonna do. If all these things keep happening to it and around when I'm making a decision like I'm buying one and this and that, and then boom, here's a fire. And the worst thing is the wheels from my 720S were behind that car that burned down, literally behind that car. So it was kind of all right, this is too weird now. So let's move on. And I don't want to force myself into buying something that I'm going to be living with something in my head at all times and also have my wife be worried about it. I'm not going to do that. It's simple. I want to live an easy life, happy wife, very happy life. Don't ever underestimate that, my guys. So what we're going to do instead is we're searching for a new car, and I'm going to start with something that I had ordered but canceled because I had a Senna. And I'm talking about the Lamborghini SVJ. I came to Lamborghini of Newport Beach with my boy Nick, who sold me my Senna, who sold me many other cars, and I want to see how the SVJ is. I've never driven the new Aventadors, the ones with the rear wheel steering, the ones with this adaptable suspension, the ones with the modified gearbox. It's still the same gearbox, but what I like about this car so much is, like, for design, what other car looks like $1 million other than an Aventador SVJ? Yeah, Paganis and all of those guys have like the crazy design, but this is at a great price. I mean, $650,000 gets you one of these. So it's not bad. The design is incredible. I love that it's a naturally aspirated V12. I mean, the sound from those was incredible. And now that cars are going full electric, and we're going full electric with the garage, and you guys are going to start seeing these cars coming into the garage slowly but surely as they roll out of production, I think this is one of those that deserves a chance at being in the garage. And not deserves a chance, like, oh my God, you're so lucky, but like that I should have, because it marks the end of an era and it does it with a big dot. So I want to see how that car is. I want to go drive it right now and put it in here. And then I already have 4 other cars that I want to drive that you guys will see in other episodes. And if you guys have any ideas, please leave them down in the comments down below so we can go car hunting, so we can enjoy this process together. And we're back, baby. We're fucking back. Let's go inside. I feel like I've been talking in this car for 30 minutes. See you guys. There's a lot of wind. The car's right there. And also, of course, I brought Sergio with me, because otherwise, how are we gonna make this look pretty, right?
It's all you. It's
Man,
all you.
Shut the fuck up, Sergio. Oh, it looks so good. But let's not talk about it outside, because the wind's pretty crazy here in LA right now. But this is that baby. Sergio, just show us the beautiful shots of it. Nick.
Yes, hello.
Hey, thank you so much, dude, for showing us that beast, and also, hopefully, you'll give me the family discount on it.
We're working on it. Yeah, we're still waiting for that bottle of tequila. So.
God damn it! What are the rules for the car?
Don't crash it.
Okay.
Don't break it.
Okay.
Don't crash it.
Okay.
Don't do anything stupid.
Okay.
Bring it back in one piece. And buy it.
Sounds good. We can do all of those. Let's see how the fucking SVJ is. Am I gonna be impressed?
I think you're gonna have a good time. It's a big difference over the Aventador that you had previous, and it blows my mind that you haven't driven an Aventador since the last one you had. There's so many differences in this car. With the suspension, the gearbox mapping, the all-wheel steering's a big thing, the exhaust tone, the throttle mapping. So it's gonna be a whole nother car. I think you'll come back with a smile on your face.
Yeah, that's all I'm looking for right now. Let's do this, Sergio. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Give me a little spank, come on. All right, I got my key ready. It's just like my old Aventador ski, and we're gonna drive the car a little bit so we can see how it feels and all that and show you the good points of this machine. Oh my God, it's so sexy.
The seats are rock hard.
I'm talking about you, Sergio.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, are you rock hard?
The seats are.
Oh, gotcha.
Making me a little rock hard.
Wow, there's really no foam in these seats,
I'm telling you.
No. But that's nice though.
Ah!
And since we're here while Sergio sets up the camera, I'm gonna put the key right here. I don't know if a lot of you guys knew you can put an Aventador key right there. Did you not know that, Sergio?
I had no idea.
The more you know about my penis.
I don't want to know about that.
First things first, adjusting my mirrors. All right, I can't see anything out of the back. You actually see the intake on the back and then some lines. It looks really cool, but you can't see anything out of the back. On the sides, we're good. And now moving the seat forward. And as you can tell, it's manual. So let's go. Let's get first impressions, Sergio. Driving the car, and then we'll get into our favorite parts. Nav, lift the car. Ooh, the gearbox is really much better. Wow, very different from before. The car feels way more substantial. The rear wheel steering makes a big difference already. And the suspension's not that brutal. You don't understand how brutal a regular Aventador suspension is. It's not that brutal. To my next point, the U-turn ratio is pretty delightful, people. Compared to before, they were so bad, but the rear wheel steering really sets up and makes a difference here. So rear wheel steering, necessary. It's a big advantage in this car now. And another thing I really liked in this car is acceleration. It's so fucking fast. And listen, it's not the fastest car in the world, no doubt. But it also, because of the design of the windshield, it makes you feel legitimately like you're going 8 times faster than whatever you're going. It's unreal what it does. And that perception of speed is something very unique to these models, because, for example, the Huracan doesn't give it to you as much as this car. When you're driving a Rolls Royce, you can be driving equally as fast, and it doesn't feel like you're shitting yourself. And this is something, it's part of the magic of Lamborghini. They want you to feel like this is a rough car, you're going faster, you're a hero, and that works really well with the car. Another thing that I really like about this car is that at low speeds, it still makes all of the pop-ups, like the insane V12, you can hear it all. Like, it gives you a lot of drama without having to really push the car. So if you really want to be a douche and just drive it around Rodeo Drive, nothing wrong with that. It fucking works, and it's still exciting in that level. So what other car can you say that looks like this can do that at low speeds? None. I don't know a single one. It's incredible, Sergio. It's incredible. So the suspension, this is another point that I never thought I'd say. They actually did a really good job. It's not as back-breaking as the older Aventadors. It does forgive a little bit. So it doesn't feel as extreme as back in the day, and yet when you push it, it does give you that extreme side to it. So it's got a bipolar problem, and it's a good problem to having one of these cars. The other one is the gearbox. Compared to the older car, I mean, you immediately, when you accelerate, there's no lag anymore. It doesn't give you like between shifts like that weird, like what's it gonna do? So they did correct that with software, and I thought it was phenomenal. I think right now this is phenomenal, like the upgrade that they did. Obviously not a dual clutch, you still get like the emotional gear changing. The Lamborghini, see what I'm saying? The Lamborghini's giving you. Ooh. And man, honestly, how raw it is compared to the older cars, like to the regular Aventador, maybe not an SV. but you hear everything. I love that there's no sound deadening of any sort. Maybe they didn't put it on the Aventador, but this one feels like they legitimately didn't even put the plastic around it. It's unreal. Ah! Don't be scared, Sergio. Don't be scared. I got this under control. Don't be scared. Wow. Wow. Jesus Christ. You know what? Just shut it off. This is unreal. I mean, it's always like what VW Group does, right? Like literal tiny improvements to make a car so much better than it was before. This car is really low, it's really good looking, and there's so many pluses. I like the new Corsa mode, so let me show you. So this one compared to my Aventador has 50 horsepower more, well, 59 horsepower more. This is an LP, if you will, 759. I mean, the looks are incredible. Obviously, all of the aero that you see in display is fixed, but there's some movable aero right here. There's ALA, basically. There's ALA technology on the front that lets air coming in according to wherever you need more downforce, and ducts that open and close accordingly on top of the car, underneath the car. So that's the number one thing that I'd say it's a big difference. Other than that, feels like a good old Aventador, very tight inside. It's awesome, sounds great. It's very visceral, like to a point where it feels like it's punching you in the fucking face, which is nice. I think it's actually really nice, because not every single car gets you tired of driving the car and then makes you want to get back into it as soon as you get out of it. So this is a car that gets that accomplished in a second. But to all of the other points that I love, obviously I'm going to start saying looks, because Sergio has already shown you the looks, and then let's go to the next one. It goes without saying, I love all the carbon fiber that's in the car on the inside. Oh my God, you can never have too much carbon fiber. Let's turn on the car. Right here, this display is another one of my favorite things that they did to the new car, because the other gauges, even though they were electronic, they look cool, but this is like professional shit, if you will. I don't know to what, but it's pretty cool. Another change that they had was they added Ego mode to this, and these have changed. So that means Strada means street, sport, Corsa track, and then Ego means personalized. So whenever you have personalized stuff, you can make, you know, the suspension a little bit more forgiving, and then you can tighten up the gearbox. So Ego is where you're gonna be able to really get to what you love about the car and how you love to drive it. This is what I'm talking about. This is how raw this car is. This is not a mat. This is literally screwed in there, and it does not move, and it's hard. And that's the way to do it if you're making one of these cars. It makes it feel so special. Oh man, I'm a sucker for this. One of the last things that I legitimately adore about the car is the scissor doors. No other car maker does it. They're the only ones. The McLaren's ones go up like butterfly doors. Any other car that has doors that go up are butterfly doors. They're not scissor doors. These scissor doors are unique to the Aventador, and my God. I know they're not SVJ unique, but God, I love it. And obviously the exhaust. I mean, the exhaust pipes are so cool back there. Like Performante style, they bring them up instead of what they had down here, like a big one of these complete from one side and the other. These look so much better. God. So I say all in, the SVJ has pretty much everything I need in a supercar, except it's not so agile. Even though it's got the rear wheel steering, it does not make it a car as agile as a 720S or a Pista, if you will, but it's a completely different experience. And I'm not here to judge it based on that, because also it has other things that the 720, that the Pista don't have, and that's the looks, the sound, a V12, many other things. So honestly, I'm itching for one of these. I'm itching for one of these. I'm gonna talk to Nick and see what pricing's like, and hope you guys enjoy.